What if the Lakers' next championship run isn't just about adding talent, but about strategically reuniting proven chemistry that already delivered results on basketball's biggest stage?
The Los Angeles Lakers may soon have a clearer path too.
Acquiring forward P.J. Washington, thanks to the Dallas Mavericks' expected decision to sign him to a long-term contract extension that could paradoxically make him more available. Not less, P.J. Washington is set to earn $14,152,174 in 2025-26 before becoming an unrestricted free agent in 2026. While the Lakers could match that expiring salary, convincing Dallas to part with a key starter for that value presents significant challenges. However, a new extension reportedly worth 4 years and $90 million would actually give Los Angeles more flexibility in trade negotiations, making a potential reunion with Luka Doncic in purple and gold much more realistic. NBA insider Mark Stein recently reported in the Stein line, Kevin Durant of Houston remains eligible for a 2-year contract worth nearly $120 million with his new team. But the next featured player may very well be the Mavericks' P.J. Washington, who becomes eligible Friday for a new 4-year contract just under $90 million. League sources told the Stein line that an extension for Washington is likely. Its development proves crucial because while an extension delays immediate trade discussions, it opens doors for a more viable deal in the 2026 offseason. The Lakers front office appears to be playing the long game, positioning themselves for a strategic acquisition that could transform their championship aspirations. The Lakers' interest in Washington stems directly from his chemistry with Luka Doncic during the Mavericks' remarkable run to the 2024 NBA Finals. Washington's versatility makes him an ideal complement to superstar-level talent. Offering the kind of two-way impact that championship teams require, Washington brings several critical strengths that align perfectly with Lakers basketball. His three-point shooting provides essential floor spacing. It's a skill that becomes even more valuable in playoff basketball, where defenses tighten and every possession matters. Washington's comfort finishing above the rim adds another dimension to his offensive game, making him a threat in transition and half-court sets alike, as a skilled passer and pick-and-roll option. Washington offers the kind of basketball IQ that elevates team play beyond individual statistics. His defensive versatility allows him to switch between positions, providing the flexibility that modern NBA defenses demand. Perhaps most importantly, Washington has proven himself as a contributor in playoff environments with demonstrated scoring stretches when his team needed him most. During the Mavericks' 2024 playoff run, Washington delivered 3 consecutive 20-point games in their second-round series against the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder, highlighting his ability to rise to the occasion on basketball's biggest stage. With Washington's contract set to expire, the Lakers could attempt a deal structured around salary matching, but Dallas may not be convinced of the value due to several factors. Jared Vanderbilt's extensive injury history creates uncertainty about his long-term contributions. Gabe Vincent's pending unrestricted free agency in 2026 limits his appeal as a trade asset. Most significantly, Dallas places high value on Washington's impact and would require substantial compensation to consider parting with him. However, if Washington signs an extension starting at $22.5 million in 2026-27, the Lakers could explore more substantial offers that might actually appeal to the Mavericks. Possible post-extension trade packages could include direct swaps or depth-focused deals that provide Dallas with multiple rotation players and future assets. This flexibility stems from both greater salary matching opportunities and the likelihood of increased cap space for Los Angeles in 2026. The Lakers' patient approach reflects sophisticated roster construction, understanding that the best moves sometimes require strategic waiting rather than immediate action. Washington's potential extension wouldn't eliminate trade chances, it might actually enhance them. By securing his long-term value, Dallas could receive more significant offers, while the Lakers gain the ability to structure packages that attract the Mavericks' attention. The strategic brilliance of this approach becomes clear when considering Washington's proven playoff performance and his existing chemistry with potential future teammates. For Los Angeles, patience might be the price of a future reward. A player with demonstrated playoff excellence and a chance to reunite chemistry that already proved effective at the highest level, Washington's impact extends beyond individual statistics to team dynamics and winning culture. His experience in high-pressure playoff situations, combined with his versatility on both ends of the court, represents exactly the kind of two-way impact that championship teams require. This potential acquisition reflects the Lakers' broader philosophy of strategic roster construction. Rather than making desperate moves for immediate gratification, they're positioning themselves for sustained success by targeting players who offer both immediate impact and long-term value. Washington's age and skill set align perfectly with championship timeline considerations. At his peak athletic years, he could contribute meaningfully to multiple playoff runs while providing the kind of reliable production that becomes invaluable during lengthy postseason battles. The reunion aspect with Luka Doncic adds another intriguing dimension to this potential move. While Doncic remains with Dallas currently, the ever-changing nature of NBA roster construction means that proven chemistry between players becomes increasingly valuable as careers evolve and opportunities arise. For Lakers fans, this represents the kind of strategic thinking that championship organizations employ consistently. Rather than reactive moves based on immediate needs, they're proactively positioning themselves for future opportunities that could define their competitive window. The Washington pursuit demonstrates organizational patience and sophisticated planning qualities that separate contenders from pretenders in today's NBA landscape. Sometimes the most impactful moves are the ones that require strategic weighting and careful positioning rather than immediate action. As the 2026 offseason approaches, this developing situation bears watching closely. The Lakers' methodical approach to acquiring Washington could prove to be the kind of calculated move that championship teams execute when opportunity meets preparation. What do you think about this long-term strategy approach? PJ Washington? Be the missing piece that helps bring another championship to Los Angeles? Share your thoughts on this potential reunion and whether the Lakers should continue pursuing this methodical approach to roster building. Is Chris Paul about to complete one of the most fascinating career circles in NBA history? And could his return to Los Angeles completely shift the balance of power in the city's legendary basketball rivalry? The point guard is coming home. After a nomadic journey that's taken him from New Orleans to Los Angeles, then Houston, Phoenix, Golden State, and San Antonio, Chris Paul is reportedly on the verge of signing with the LA Clippers, the same franchise, where he helped create the electrifying Lob City era alongside Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. Over a decade ago, according to NBA reporter Jake Weinbach, Paul is nearing a deal with the Clippers as he prioritizes staying close to family during what could very well be his final NBA season. At 40 years old, the future Hall of Famer is making decisions based on legacy, family, and one last shot at the championship that has eluded him. Throughout his legendary career, think about the poetry of this potential homecoming. Paul's original stint with the Clippers from 2011 to 2017 represented some of the most exciting basketball Los Angeles had seen in years. The alley-oops, the clutch performances, the passionate leadership. It was basketball artistry that captivated not just Clippers fans, but the entire basketball world. Now, more than 7 years later, he's returning as a grizzled veteran with championship scars and the wisdom that only comes from playoff heartbreak and near-dash misses. The timing couldn't be more intriguing for both Paul and the Clippers organization. After completing what might have been his most impressive individual season in recent memory with the San Antonio Spurs, where he started all 82 games and averaged 8.8 points, 7.4 assists, and 1.3 steals per game, Paul proved he still has some left in the tank. Those numbers might not jump off the page, but they represent remarkable durability and consistency from a player who many thought was finished. It's just a few seasons ago. What makes this signing particularly fascinating is how it could impact the Lakers-Clippers rivalry that has defined Los Angeles basketball for over a decade. While the Lakers have been the more successful franchise historically, the Clippers have consistently presented themselves as the grittier, more determined alternative. Adding Paul to their veteran core sends a clear message. They're serious about making one final championship push. The Clippers desperately need exactly what Paul brings to the table. Their roster is loaded with talent but has often lacked the kind of veteran leadership and playoff experience that transforms good teams into championship contenders. Paul's resume speaks for itself. 12-time All-Star, 6-time Steals champion, 5-time assist leader, and one of the most clutch performers in playoff history. But beyond the accolades, Paul brings something even more valuable: championship desperation. At 40, He knows this is likely his last realistic shot at winning the title that has tormented him throughout his career. That kind of motivation, combined with his basketball IQ and leadership abilities, could be exactly what pushes the Clippers over the top. The fit makes perfect sense from multiple angles. Paul's ability to orchestrate an offense while providing veteran stability addresses one of the Clippers' most significant needs. His three-point shooting has actually improved with age. He shot above 37% from beyond the arc in each of the past 3 seasons, proving he's adapted his game beautifully to remain effective despite declining athleticism. From a chemistry standpoint, Paul's return could reignite some of the magic that made those Lob City teams so special. While Griffin and Jordan are long gone, Paul's leadership style and basketball philosophy could help create a similar culture of competitive intensity and playoff focus that the current Clippers roster needs. The geographical element adds another compelling layer to this story. Paul has been vocal about wanting to stay close to his family, and Los Angeles offers the perfect combination of championship opportunity and personal convenience. After bouncing around the league for the past several years, the stability of returning to a familiar city and organization could be exactly what he needs to close out his career on a high note. For Clippers fans, this signing represents hope and validation. It shows that despite years of playoff disappointments and franchise instability, D players still see the organization as a legitimate championship contender. Paul's decision to return suggests he believes this current roster has something special, something worth betting his final season on. The Lakers, meanwhile, might be watching this development with mixed emotions. While they didn't appear to be serious contenders for Paul's services, seeing their crosstown rivals add a proven winner and future Hall of Famer certainly doesn't make their championship path any easier. What's most remarkable about Paul's potential? Return is how it demonstrates the cyclical nature of NBA careers. Players often find their way back to franchises where they experienced success or formed meaningful relationships. Paul's second stint with the Clippers won't be about high-flying dunks and spectacular loops. It'll be about championship, wisdom, clutch playmaking, and the kind of veteran leadership that can elevate an entire organization. If this signing becomes official, it could be remembered as one of the most impactful veteran acquisitions in recent memory. Not because of Paul's individual statistics, but because of his potential to transform team culture and provide the steady hand that championship teams require during crucial moments. The basketball world will be watching closely to see if the point guard can finally capture the championship that has eluded him throughout his incredible career. And if he does, completing that journey in a Clippers uniform would create one of the most satisfying storylines in recent NBA history. What do you think about CP3's potential return to the Clippers? Could this be the move that finally gets him over the championship hump, or is Father Time catching up even to the point god? Drop your thoughts in the comments and smash that like button if you're excited to see how this Lakers-Clippers rivalry evolves with Paul back in the mix.